Scenario 1 is kind of already in the phases of beginning in actual society, and this is a society which has a dependence or some kind of artificial intelligence advanced to the point of computerization, and advanced to the point whereby machines or programming constructs have advanced to the point of being able to either do processes more efficiently than we can do them, and this process has actually become a key factor in how our societies run. That would be this key defining notion of the society that we put forth. So let's examine this from a few angles of positives, benefits, negatives. And this has already been written about quite a lot in like publications like The Guardian, for example, and technological, like The Wired, and publications like this. So this is actually on the horizon. It's not just sci-fi stuff anymore. So obviously, automation of labour is going to occur, and already has occurred, like in car manufacturing factories and such. And this is automating processes that were once done by a human being. So positives of this, potential positives are human beings will be able to, often human beings are driven to work in factories or industrial jobs, not out of because they want to, just because they need money and a job. So one of the positives of it is it might allow human beings more time to develop their own intellectual interest, their own interest outside of pure need for things, like to support themselves in life. That would be a benefit. That could mean that we, as a species, raise our own cultural and intellectual IQ, if you will. It might make us more of a smart and knowledgeable race, because, you know, instead of people have, and also due to the proliferation of the internet, people have more access to knowledge. Obviously, it does also mean, I'm not saying that just because there's the access to the internet makes people more clever, because that's a bigger question that, you know, for every, the internet is not a good or a bad thing, it's a grey area, so there's that. It's a positive. Obviously, one of the key factors that if we actually develop a society, that we'll have to increase our educational resource that's pumped into IT, programming, and information technology, programming and engineering. And as a society, we'd have to kind of make a jump from a consumer society, which is what we are now, in my view. We are a consumer society that is based around industrial societies and globalization, which then, and obviously financial institutions, blah blah blah, but all of it relies on people consuming goods on a global level. And globalization is obviously the linking together of different countries and economies into this vast network which we now have, which obviously the stock market is obviously part of that, and these giant financial institutions. And that has its positives and its negatives, and a lot of it, the big negative as far as I can see, in the current system as it is today, is that too much power is in the hand of financial institutions, monopolies. It's self-evident to anyone who's actually thought about these issues and looked through them. Too much power is in the hands of too few people who aren't really answerable to anyone, so that's quite rubbish. But anyway, kind of got off track. And I'm not a utopian in the sense that I think artificial intelligence and increasing automation of labour and processing is going to fix all that. That's utopian. But, as I said, this is a vlog that's exploring utopian ideals and ideas. So, scenario B, we'll go on to that now. The posthuman. This is kind of more sci-fi, admittedly, and a lot more kind of theoretical. But posthumanism and transhumanism is the idea that we will transcend our own biological limitations by merging with technology as this emerges. So This could involve bioengineering, cyborgs, people increasingly becoming cybernetic in some sense. Cybernetic being the study of feedback systems and So, positives of that potentially are we live longer. We have, if you've got a real bad medical problem, you might survive it because of spare parts being bioengineered. Negatives of it, just intuitively, I can see straight away, it has a very, 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 very big potential of becoming an elitist technology paradigm. Really. So, who's going to have access to these technologies? Well, it's going to be rich people straight away, isn't it, obviously, because there's going to be a scarcity of the resources that are required. Also, of course, this implies that we will have the resources available at hand to build these posthumans or create posthumans. I think, for me, the very negative kind of aspect of this whole idea of posthumanism is how does this not create more of it creates less of an equal society, which could be potentially quite have negative connotations. We could basically end up with, if you've not seen the film Elysium, basically a scenario where you've got a kind of elite who are technologically advanced, who could, they get ill, they heal themselves instantaneously, and then you've got everyone else at the bottom. So it could create, also again, like Metropolis is Fritz Lang's Metropolis, it could create very much a class divide, I suppose. So that's one negative connotation of posthumanism. And this stuff isn't just purely sci-fi anymore. There's people working on this in university, in academia, to bring this stuff around. Another potential computer simulation hypothesis, or computer simulation society. So basically, and I've seen something about this in Hypernormalization by Adam Curtis's documentary I watched recently. It's an ideal that we accept that the world outside is kind of in chaos and in flux all the time, so we develop virtual reality technologies to the point whereby we can escape into those worlds and use them as a way to deal with the real world in some respects, I suppose. Again, this has got some potentially quite exciting it kind of skirts the line between dystopia and utopia, because obviously virtual reality technology, you can use it as a control tool, but you can also use it as tools to free up the human imagination. You want to imagine some place, you can build it in your computer, go to the virtual reality environment and actually experience it. It can be used for trauma victims, it could be used for many different things. I think it's kind of a very ambiguous and neutral area in how it will develop. It could develop down a very good route and it could develop a very bad route. To be honest, I think the truth will be somewhere in the middle. It's going to develop into, it's going to be ambiguous, a bit like the internet. The internet's a communication tool. I think VR and AR, if it actually takes off, which it kind of seems like it is a bit more now, will develop around similar lines. You're going to have, for every positive gaming environment, you're going to have some really negative use of the technology. It could be used as a new weapon. It could be used as a mind control weapon. You got an enemy at war. You can use it for not brainwashing them per se, but like as a torture method. I can see it very much being used in that negative sense. So, yeah, those are 3 scenarios which I've imagined. There are probably more. I'll cover some more of those in another video. So, thanks for being Noir Vortex, and cheers for watching this video.